Jason Walker here, Walker Tea Review. Today we're going to be looking at BaiHao, or silver needle, which for those of you who are paying attention is what you need if you have a voodoo doll of a werewolf. Okay? Today, yes, company is TeasEtc. Again, a small label, smallish label. We're not going to zoom in and look at this. I will share this with you. This is USD or organic. USDA organic. Brewing instructions: heat water just before boiling. Use 1 heaping teaspoon of leaves per 8 ounces. Pour water over leaves. Brew 3 to 4 minutes. We have looked at this in the past few days. I've given this a taste test in the past. We're going to share our notes or my experiences of previous tastings and what we have here today. So let's get right into it, shall we? I'm going to start with my pot here. Get this going. These are fairly delicate and not as easy to scoop, so that's why I'm using my fingers. Make sure my hands are clean, no lotions or fragrances on my hands, so that's okay. I believe I can get in now a little bit and maneuver with my spoon here. I want to spread these out so that we can look at those. Ooh, lots of those to look at. Okay. Next, get our water. We have silver needle is a white tea, so we want to be delicate with the water. Give our tea a little rinse. Get some of the dust off. Now, we're going to let this sit a while. Okay. As we are looking at that, we are going to take a close-up of our dry leaf here. So let's zoom in and look at some of our leaves. I'm going to pull our paper clip around so that you can see that as a reference point. Some of the things you'll notice as we look at our leaves here. Very fuzzy leaves or buds. Actually, you see what I'm going to hold one up. Hopefully we can get a close enough look at that. So let me hold it just like that so that you can see we have a very fuzzy, delicate looking leaf or bud, actually. Silvery in color. Okay. Not many mature or larger leaves in there at all. So what I'm seeing are very young parts of the tea, which is nice. Okay. A note: when I first opened the package, I actually kind of pressed on the package a little bit, and you could actually see the down and the dust puffing out. It was, which was a good sign. Now, when I go in to smell, I'm getting smells like like if you dried a cucumber. Some of those kind of a sweet smell there. I'm also getting a little bit of a kind of clover flower smell, which gives me the sense of a field or a natural sweetness from the field. Okay, which is nice. Okay, so let's move on though, and we've now had a little time to steep, so we're going to give this a pour. Alright, we're going to set that aside. Some things I should note as we start off that I did not mention. This tea rolls in at about 1 ounce for $11.95, $12. Let's see, it's from Fujian province in China. As we said, it is organic. Anything else I want to tell you about it? No. So, let us now take a brief, momentary look at our leaves. That's not going to stay. Let me dig a few out here. Still those same sweetness type smells coming from there. In previous tastings of white teas, I've had a kind of a wet paper smell. I'm getting a little bit of that from here as well, but still a better sense of natural plant, herbal or vegetal sweetness rather than papery smell, which combined with the look of our leaves is a promising sign. So let me tilt this up now so that you can look inside of our cup. And as you can see, our buds in our brief steep time here and our tips did not open up very much. But you do see that we have lots of what look to be complete buds from the tip that was attached to the plant to tip of the leaf, or I should say base to tip, also good. You have leaves that are encapsulating or folding over the inside, newer, more tender leaf that's waiting to open and grow, that was storing up a lot of the plant's caffeine, polyphenols, some of the natural sugars that are concentrated in that bud to really help it grow and start its life. Okay, so one of the reasons why white teas were considered more valuable. You didn't let that bud grow into a larger leaf and become used for greens or oolongs or blacks. Okay, now let's take a moment and look at our liquid. I'm going to get these boys out of the way. I'm going to hold this up as a reference point so that you can get an impression of the color. We have a full gold yellow color here in our cup. Okay, I'm going to hold this up now so we can get a little bit of light through it. I'm seeing down floating in my cup, which is a sign to me that I'm getting some flavor released from my leaves into my cup. Okay, let's see if we're cool enough to have a taste now. Now, what I like about, and in this tasting and in previous tastings, I've got a fairly well-rounded body in this white tea. I get some of those cucumbers, some of that clover, and it's a fullness. I get the sensation from the front of my mouth to the back, and as I swallow, there is a little bit of sweetness as well. It's the sweetness that I get in the back reminds me of, I don't know if did you ever make a kind of, well, you can take corn on the cob, you can boil it in water and make a kind of soup, and you let that cool off, and some people drink that as a summer drink. I experienced this for the first time really in China. It's that corn sweetness of a good farm raised on the stalk ear of corn, that kind of sugary sense. That's what I'm getting in this cup. So we've got the good sweetness, we've got the clover, we've got the cucumber, wrapped up in a nice little package here for a very rewarding taste. So as we kind of put all of this together, a leaf that looks tender, that looks like what it should be. It's silver, it's fuzzy, it's delicate. We showed it again in our wet leaf. Our cup had it as well, a nice rounded body. So to put all of that together, score of 90, which is a higher score, which shows that we are moving up into from very good and above. You get into some of the higher quality white teas, and several of them will move over even fuller to a range of flavors or tastes or aromas. Some of them even including a melon taste, like a honeydew. So if we can get a fuller bouquet in our cup, then we're going to be achieving even higher scores. So again, good effort, great presentation from Teas Etc. Their BaiHao Silver Needle Organic. I'm Jason Walker. This is Walker Tea Review, where we're finding great teas at great value.